So glad you're with us for this latest edition of The Broadway Show. It's going to be a good one. I'm Tamsen Fadal. Broadway debuts simply don't get any bigger than this. Myles Frost may be a newcomer, but he's also the king of pop, playing the title role of the new Broadway musical MJ. The show featuring phenomenal choreography and more than 24 songs from the Michael Jackson catalog. I had a chance to get to know the man in the mirror himself, Myles Frost, at the Skylark in New York City. Let's talk about you and where you started in all this and where you were before you ended up on Broadway in this starring role.
When I got the role, I was still in college. I was in my senior year of college over at Bowie State University. And but before this, I didn't really have any plans or intentions in going into Broadway. I'm an artist by trade. I write, I sing, I play piano, drums.
It's a few talents.
A few talents. But that's where the core of my passion lies. And when I got this opportunity, I was like, who would pass this up? I'd done some talent shows in high school, singing and dancing to Michael Jackson. I won those talent shows, and I was like, I like being on stage, I like dancing. And I'm
gonna have to look at all your talent show reels.
I know. When I was 16, it was my junior year, and I said, I'm gonna do Billie Jean this year. And I did it. My mom's in the back holding her iPad up with the flash on. And I came out on a hoverboard, because that's when hoverboards was, I was like, how can I be out of the box?
Right.
I was trying to find ways to just be super creative. Came out on the hoverboard, went into the position and did Billie Jean. My mom posted on YouTube. And that was 2016. 2021 is when I got the call. And I got a call saying, hey, we found this video of you doing Billie Jean. I see that it's dated 2016. Can you still do that, but sing better and dance better? I was like, yeah. When I got off the phone, I was like, I hadn't done that since then. I was lying. I was like,
I hope.
I hope so.
You were in college.
Yeah, I was.
You got this call and you couldn't say no, but you made a promise. Who'd you make that promise to, that you were going to go back to school?
I made that promise to my grandmother. My grandmother was an elementary school teacher for over 40 years, and she's 88 now. I had a conversation with her and my mother at the same time. I was like, I like college. College is cool, but it's not really my thing. I'm not really feeling it out too much. And let's just say hypothetically, right? A big opportunity came that was life-changing, and it was either continue to go to school or drop out and pursue that. My mom was, she was like, okay, well, if it's, we'll take a look at the opportunity depending on what it is, and if it's something that we feel like is secure enough, then then we'll go ahead and do it. But my grandma was like, but see, my grandmother, what I love about her is she is a believer in Myles Frost. And she's definitely my #1 fan. And she said, if it was anybody else, I would say no. But I believe that whatever God has in store for you and you take it and run with it, you're gonna be the biggest thing in the world. But if that does happen, you gotta finish. At some point, I don't care when you finish, but you have to finish. And I said, I can do that.
You walk in that door every day and you walk in that theater and the stage lights come up. How does it feel every night?
New. It feels new every night. Like the feeling, you would think that if you do something over and over and over again, even if you love it, it can, it can feel like it gets old sometimes, but it's something about this experience that it literally never gets old. It's fresh, the energy is fresh, the people are fresh, the chemistry between me and my cast members who I love, it's just fresh. It feels like, because I put myself in the moment every time, and I'm acting in these moments for the first time each time. That's how I treat it.
How do you do it?
Believe it. If you believe it, then it'll carry you.
Where did you learn that? Did someone give you that advice to do that, to stay in that moment, especially each night?
No, actually, I think that's something that I just naturally gravitated towards. I don't like the feeling of what I call fake acting. I feel like acting to me is not acting. Acting is being. I try to be in those moments as much as I can, even off stage. You know, how would Michael treat his people off stage? How would Myles treat his people off stage? The people that work for him, the people that are trying to put this thing together, because that's essentially what we're doing.
So you said you had some pivotal conversations that really have moved you along. What were some of those conversations?
I talked to Prince Jackson, Michael Jackson's son. He said something that stuck with me even now. He said he liked the fact that I wasn't trying to impersonate his father. And I hold that very near and dear to my heart because I don't want to try to impersonate Michael Jackson. I'm Myles Frost first and foremost and always, you know, and I tell the story of Michael Jackson through Myles Frost. And I'm more concentrated, and I prefer to give you the essence of Mike instead of trying to be someone that I'm not.
Now, does Myles have a favorite song of Michael's?
Myles before this role did, but Myles after this role doesn't, and it's interesting.
Oh, doesn't have one. Okay.
Right. So before this role, I was like, Rock With You. That's my favorite MJ song. Girl, close your eyes. Like, that's my favorite song because I felt like it represented me as a person.
You can keep going as long as you want.
Let the rhythm get into you. Don't try to fight it. There ain't nothing that in you. But no, that's just a little bit.
Just a little bit. Just a little taste.
Just a little
You gotta
taste.
come see the show.
Yeah, gotta see the show to see the rest. But afterwards, after doing the show and after diving into who Michael was as a person, I was more interested in his open-mindedness when it came to music. It's hard to compare Off the Wall to Thriller. You know, Off the Wall, you get disco Mike, you get, you know, Afro Mike, you get, you know, but in Thriller, that's when you get Wet Jerry Curl Mike and Leather Jacket. But you know, it's,
Yes,
and it's
I
like,
do.
okay, like, who is this? I hold that near and dear to my heart because being open to that, to change, is what opens the door to growth. I want to show you a Michael Jackson pose.
All right.
Let's try to do this
All right.
pose.
Made me look good.
I got you.
Made me look
I
good.
got you. I'm gonna make it look
tell
good.
you what.
So walk out with my hat, right? You got your hat in
Okay,
your
got
hand,
that.
right? You stand like this. Got your fedora. Put your fedora to your side. Kind of bring your knees together, and then squat like that just a little bit. So you're gonna say, "Give me this move."
Gotta go slow.
And then you can put your hat in your hair when you do it. So, 3, 2, 1. Give me this move, groove.
Oh gosh.
All right, one more time.
Do it slow.
So, your feet go
It all goes together with you.
boom. So when your feet go like that, your hand goes up with it. And put your hat on your head like that. So 3, 2, 1. Give me this move, groove. Yeah.
Anywhere close to you? No.
There you go. That's it right there. That's
right.
it.
All right, you're good.